Daniel Penny, not guilty.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
So, Daniel Penny, a war hero, a person who served in U.S. military under the military division of the U.S. Marines, who came to the aid of distressed passengers who felt their lives were being threatened by a man threatening to kill them, and put the guy in the sleeper hole, the guy being Jordan Neely. And the guy, Jordan Neely, ended up dying from complications from previous drug use, was charged with murder, but initially he was charged with involuntary manslaughter. That resulted in a hung jury. And today, just today, he was found unanimously by the jury as not guilty of the lesser charge of negligent homicide. Manslaughter, homicide. Homicide sounds more ghoulish than manslaughter, but it is what it is. So, hung jury for involuntary manslaughter, not guilty, unanimously found not guilty for negligent homicide. And people are all in distraught. Well, here's Jordan Neely's father, Andre.
I just want to say, I miss my son. My son didn't have to go through this. I didn't have to go through this either. It hurts. Really, really hurts.
The man is not genuinely grieving. The man is crying crocodile tears. He doesn't give two shits about his son, his own flesh and blood. Shame on Andre Neely. Shame on him. Because where the hell was he to be a father in this man's life? As I said in my first video about this issue about a year ago, or earlier this year, Jordan Neely is a victim, but not a victim of Daniel Penny. Jordan Neely is a victim of a family and a system that neglected him. In and out of mental care, in and out of jail, going through a revolving door in the criminal justice system, being released time and time again, and his offenses were becoming more and more and more violent. Attempted kidnapping, you should be in jail. He tried kidnapping a 7-year-old kid. You should be in jail and sitting in jail awaiting trial, no bail, when you commit attempted kidnapping. Especially if it involves endangering the life and safety of a minor. If you do anything that jeopardizes the life and safety of a minor, and you're a suspect of doing that, you should sit in jail and await your trial. That is worse than murdering an adult. Because that child's life is probably scarred for life, whoever that child is. But there's Jordan Neely's father, supposedly grieving now. Where the hell was he throughout Jordan Neely's life? Where was he to put his foot in his ass when he misbehaved? Let me tell you something. 90% of the adults who had their father's foot planted in their ass when they misbehaved became productive, functional adults. Facts. And now, let's hear from somebody aptly titled Hawk. He is a war hawk. He is a race war hawk. Walter Newsom. And here we go.
Thank you. I'm sorry to Dre. I'm sorry to Chris. I'm sorry that America has failed you. You've come here, you've shown discipline, you've shown strength, you've shown love, you've shown how to carry yourself with composure when you're facing this machine, this American judicial system that cannibalizes our people. But I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna say it loud and clear. Let the marchers march, and let the steppers step. Let the marchers march, and let the steppers step. You want to do something about this verdict? Then you go into your neighborhood and you promote black unity. Black people, we are all we have. This system protects every other group except for the very people that built this country.
Say it.
Every group that comes here gets privileges, gets benefits, except for the very people whose fingerprints are on the bricks that built this country. There is no love for black people. There is no love in the system. How can you make a moral appeal to a people that have no moral code? How can you preach love to racists? That got Dr. King killed. How can you promote love to a nation that is built on theft and genocide?
That's right.
What we preach is unity. Black unity. Stop begging this system to justify our lives. Stop begging this system for justice. When things happen to you, you step up and defend yourself. Just like everybody else seeks justice on their own, just like everybody else has vigilantes, we need some black vigilantes.
That's right.
People want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud. How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us?
Right.
I'm tired.
Tired.
I know you're looking for us to be like, oh, go and march, go and march. No. This weekend, I want you to hold a community event everywhere from the Bronx to Houston to Seattle to Florida. Black people hold community events and talk about what you need. And talk about how to fix your issues. If the black politicians come, don't let them in. If they come, do not let them come and take over your fight for justice. Why? Because out of all the black politicians who said something about this initially, none of them came to court. I'm sick of these people playing with our lives, our children's lives. Black people, if you're serious about yourselves, you'll take your education serious. You will open schools in your community. You will take your health serious and teach your people about health. You will take your self-defense serious. And you will defend yourselves in your communities. You want to take the information that's disseminated seriously? Then you will start your own media outlets. Because if America knew that Daniel Penny lied to the judges 5 times, lied to the cops 5 times, if they knew that all the people jumped off the train who were afraid within 30 seconds, and Daniel Penny choked them for 5.5 minutes, if they knew the truth, everybody would be on the side of justice except for the racists. The people who are happy that Jordan Neely is dead. Unify yourselves. We will be putting out information on how to unify yourselves, but this ain't about us. This is about justice. So there'll be no more Eric Gardners. So there'll be no more Jordan Neelys. So we will be a united front and a community. America will never save black people. Politicians will never save black people. Only black people will save black people. Hawk Newsome, HAWKNEWSOME.
Yes.
The man's inciting violence, folks. He's speaking esoterically about wreaking havoc and violence throughout the community. He's speaking esoterically about taking anything, virtually anything that could be remotely interpreted as hostility from a person who is not black and choking them to death. He's speaking from the esoteric. I know about esoteric shit. I read Behold the Pale Horse. I've listened to William Cooper's broadcasts. I know a thing or two about this esoteric shit. This guy's down with the Illuminati. He's probably in one of those Prince Paul freaking lodges. You know, he's one of those boys that join a lodge to feel important. Hey, I'm down with the Masons. I'm down. What good did it do, Jay-Z? He's being sued for raping a 13-year-old girl, Jay-Z now, right? As an accomplice to Sean Combs, Diddy, for raping a 13-year-old girl, right? What good did that Masonic affiliation do him? Hip-hop's first ever billionaire. What good did it do him? He pissed somebody off, just like Diddy pissed somebody off. Bill Cosby pissed somebody off. There are people in higher places that remind you who you are, and all of a sudden, the long arm of the law is miraculously, out of the blue, long enough to reach you too now. Yeah. It's devils devouring devils out there. And I believe that this race war hawk, Newsom, is part of some sort of fraternity. It's his job to bring about the chaos and get the chaotic fruit just ripe for the picking for the New World Order. He's a tool for the New World Order. All these race-baiting, race war hawks, like Walter Newsom, like Al Sharpton, they are tools for the Illuminati. They are puppets for the Illuminati. Dare I say, rapper guy, Talib Kweli as well. And people follow him because they think he's a conscious rapper. He's a conscious rapper. The dude is a fucking stooge. So is this Walter Newsom guy. He's a stooge for the Illuminati. I'm telling you, this shit runs deep, folks. This shit runs deep. And people don't want to believe me. And he talks about how Martin Luther King came in peace and met his death because he came in peace. You heard the speech. You heard the shtick. It wasn't racism that killed Martin Luther King. It was the gunman who killed Martin Luther King with Jesse Jackson, a man whose hand I regretfully shook in 2010, who walked Martin Luther King to the balcony. And word around the campfire is he was so eager and enthusiastic to march Dr. King to his death at that balcony. There are plenty of reputable people talking about it. One of whom is Judge Joe Brown. And look this stuff up. And it ain't only Judge Joe Brown that's talking about it, there's other people talking about it. Other prominent black men talking about it. If you don't want to trust a honky. Now, speaking of black men being dished an injustice, Jordan Neely wasn't dished an injustice. Jordan Neely's family wasn't dished an injustice. If anything, Jordan Neely's own family dished injustice to Jordan Neely. Plus, he knew how to help himself to his own servings of injustice against himself. His family treated him like they didn't love him, and thus he didn't love himself. The man was on a homicidal and admittedly out of his own lips suicidal spiral. But speaking of black men who had genuinely dealt an injustice, how about Dexter Taylor? Why doesn't this hawk, Newsom, look into the Dexter Taylor case? If there's so many dangerous white people around, why isn't this black man allowed to arm himself so that he's able to defend himself against these hillbilly, redneck, Confederate flag carrying white supremacists that could pop up from any bush in a KK outfit yelling, "Kill the N-word"? If it's that bad, if the climate is that bad, if there's that much racial tension the way this Hawk Newsom describes it, he would get off of this Jordan Neely thing and focus on justice for Dexter Taylor. Here's a black man with a squeaky clean criminal record other than these bogus charges that he's sitting in Rikers Island for? Where is the justice for Dexter Taylor? A man who was dragged out of his apartment in cuffs, perp-walked on TV, flung in a kangaroo court, his defense lawyer's hands tied behind his back when the judge told him the Second Amendment does not exist in my courtroom. Federal law exists everywhere that is considered these here United States of America, lady. Shut up. And let me tell you something. You want to talk about somebody who's a hero? I mean, yes, he's black, if you want to call him a black hero, but a hero in general. You know, fuck the colors. This man's a hero in general. Sticking up for American rights and traditional firearms and the right to keep and bear them, as it's been federal law since the Bill of Rights have been written. And he's showing courage. He recently said in an interview with Dana Lash that while he would appreciate and accept a pardon from Donald Trump, the incoming president of the United States, thank you, America, and thank God above for that one, he would rather appeal it and appeal it again and appeal it again and appeal it as many times as he has to until it goes all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court. This way, this stupid law by which he sits in Rikers jail can be abolished. You want to talk about black heroes? I just say he's a hero. You want to talk about abolitionists? Dexter Taylor, that's an abolitionist. And thank God for people like Dexter Taylor fighting the good fight. And congratulations on the acquittal of Daniel Penny. That jury did the right thing. Cooler heads prevailed. They made the right decision. Proper justice was served. Daniel Penny is a free man. We got to concentrate on freeing Dexter Taylor next. Respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati. Please watch out for the Illuminati. Follow and share this. Tell all your friends about me. Stay strong. Keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building. Hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, MC Tuto. You be good now.